John Elway, Dan Marino. It never gets old to see them here. It gives you chills to watch them walk down the red carpet. I mean, this night promises to be emotional, fun, and as we saw last night, pretty fast-paced. Strict time limits on the speeches, and Peyton Manning has already promised to poke some fun at that. There is no doubt that Peyton Manning is the headliner, but the class as a whole, well, it's pretty great. And it's so great to be here with Hall of Fame journalist Chris Mortensen, Monday Night Football's Louis Riddick. I'm Susie Kolber. Let's just talk about the headliner because, I mean, we all can't wait to hear the speech that's been in the works for months. But you know what, Mort, for all the accolades that Peyton has had, the Super Bowls, the MVPs, he's never taken this moment for granted.
He's never taken it for granted. And if you know Peyton Manning, you know he's such a historian for all of football, college football, pro football. I truly believe that once he was officially elected in February to this Hall of Fame, if you had asked him to name every Hall of Famer who's already been enshrined, he wouldn't have missed any of the 300-plus names. That's how much he treasures this moment in the Hall of Fame and its history.
Yeah, Mort, I think if you look at all the guys who have been inducted tonight and then over the course of history, you know, all these guys have kind of changed their positions gradually over time. Peyton Manning has changed the quarterback position probably more than anyone in the recent past because of the fact that he probably struck fear in defensive coordinators' minds more so than any quarterback before him or maybe after him, simply because they probably felt that he could match them from a football intellect standpoint, play for play, down for down, and I witnessed it personally with defensive coordinators who used to take different game plans from one half to the next.
And it means so much to him how many former players, coaches are here to support his journey, and even rivals. The fact that Tom Brady made the trip, and kind of funny, earlier in the week, Brady tweeted, "I just need to make sure that he's really done." But it's such an honor to have someone like that here, and the rivalry really was, you know, a foundation piece of the NFL for so long. We know Brady is here, and Manning is the headliner, but the rest of the class as a whole is big time. So guys, let's run through it. 8 in total. More Calvin Johnson, still so young. He was so dominant in his short career.
Youngest Hall of Famer to be enshrined who didn't retire because of injury. When your nickname is Megatron, you really don't need to say much more, although the Dallas Cowboys might remember a game back in 2013 when he caught 329 yards worth of passing from Matthew Stafford, who was here tonight.
He said he's like a kid in a candy store, just meeting all the other gold jackets. Lewis, Charles Woodson was the ultimate wrecking ball. He could do it all.
He sure could, Susie, and from day one he was like that. I had the great fortune of playing with him in his rookie season in 1998 in Oakland. He finished his career with 65 interceptions and 20 sacks. The evolution of Charles Woodson from brash rookie who really just relied on his athletic ability to a man who transitioned to playing safety, became one of the great leaders, not only in Oakland but for the Green Bay Packer franchise, is just remarkable, and he culminates it tonight with his induction into the Hall of Fame.
Mort, Alan Faneca, the 8-time All-Pro, defines power football.
Power football for the Steelers. They played defense, they played a ground game. You said 8-time All-Pros. You realize that the reason he didn't get 9 straight is because the Steelers had to move him out to tackle because of injury to the offensive line. Great moment for Alan Faneca. All thought he'd be here earlier, but he's here now, and he will soak this up. I know that from talking to him.
Lewis, John Lynch, to get into the Hall as a cover 2 safety is simply awesome.
Yeah, it sure is, Susie. Look, he's just one of the great hitters, one of the most fearsome hitters of all time in the great history of this great league that we all love. Came into the league as a 3rd-round draft pick in 1993. Wasn't a starter initially, had to work his way into the starting lineup, but once he got there, he just became an absolute wrecking crew in that Tampa 2, Susie, that you talk about, and he's someone who, again, has a lot of support here tonight.
He had to wait, but not as long as Drew Pearson. The wait so long, but the original 88 for the Cowboys is finally here.
You know, I just love these stories because so many of these guys came from nowhere to become Hall of Famers. Drew Pearson's another one of those, like his teammate Cliff Harris, an undrafted free agent out of Tulsa in 1973, who starts off the team as a third stringer, works his way into the starting lineup, becomes one of the fiercest wide receivers in the NFL, during the decade of the 70s, a Super Bowl champion, and the receiver of the original Hail Mary.
Tom Flores, 2 Super Bowl titles with the Raiders, not to mention his career as a quarterback.
And the first minority coach to win a Super Bowl. That was in 1981 against the Eagles, 2 years later against Washington. Big upset, believe it or not. And here's the thing about it. He is finally here at 87 years old, and he's going to enjoy it.
It's awesome. The class also includes Bill Nunn, the groundbreaking Steelers scout and executive, posthumously inducted in May. Nunn.
Bill Nunn, when he was hired, the Steelers were not a significant franchise. He criticized the Steelers so much for not drafting black players that Art Rooney, the chief, the owner of the Steelers, hired him to be a scout and said, prove it to me. His very first year as a full-time scout, he was knocking on Joe Green's door down at North Texas State. Said, how'd you like to be a Steeler?
Well, here to celebrate, Tom Flores, Charles Woodson. Here in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, they have designed their own black hole. So many greats here tonight. Can't wait to hear from John Lynch. And there's Woodson. I mean, the speeches tonight, 7 speeches in all, should be great. And there is the black hole. You got to give it to Raiders fans. Look, we know parts of their stories, the broad strokes of their journeys, but tonight we'll hear the details of what has been most impactful for them and celebrate the people who helped them reach pro football's highest honor. We can't wait to hear from Peyton Manning. He goes number 3 tonight. We'll be standing by. And we'll be back from the Hall of Fame.
Every time nacho fries came back, that bold seasoning was drawing something closer. And once they taste that warm nacho cheese sauce, they won't stop till there's nothing left.
Taco Bell's Fry Force, now serving at a Taco Bell near you.
You want that make you love me, and so you only tell me, perhaps.
Secure your deal and head to your Hyundai dealer today, where new vehicles are arriving daily. Hey, it's your journey. Own it. Secure your Tucson today for 1.9% APR for 60 months, or get up to $500 bonus cash. And as always, with America's best warranty.
Spend less bacon, get more of it. With the only $1 bacon cheeseburger around. Only at Burger King. Enjoy flame grilled beef, melty cheese, and sizzling bacon for $1. Stack your bacon with the $1 Your Way menu, featuring the $1 bacon cheeseburger.
Let's go, Peloton! Welcome to your 30-minute full body strength. Yes, you can, Peloton. Come on. Nice work, Lisa and Denver. Keep it up. Way to show up, Peloton. Amazing work. You absolutely crushed it.
Protect your pet this flea and tick season with Chewy. Find everything from flea collars and sprays to prescriptions that keep pests away. Chewy has what you need to keep tails wagging and pets itch-free all season long. Shop pet prescriptions and more at chewy.com today.
Look, cleaning the outside of your windows is a real chore. Not anymore. This is Full Crystal from the Fuller Brush Company. The fastest, easiest way to clean all of your windows in minutes, not days. Just attach it to any garden hose and away you go. The secret is in the Fuller cleaning crystals that dissolve dust, dirt, pollen, and grime in no time. You don't have to remove your screens because Full Crystal cleans them too. This screen may look clean, but look how Full Crystal blasts away the dust, pollen, dirt, and grime while it cleans your window at the same time. It's completely safe for all of your plants, lawns, shrubs, and flowers. Plus, with the Full Crystal Power Sprayer, you can clean windows up to 27 feet high. Call or go online now to order the complete Full Crystal system for just $19.99. But order right now and we'll double the cleaning crystals. Enough for up to 40 windows, just pay a separate fee. Call or go online now.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy, less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text BINGO to 42424. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text BINGO to 42424. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. That's BINGO to 42424.
Opening weekend of La Liga. Catch all 10 matches on ESPN Plus. And Barcelona versus Real Sociedad on ABC and ESPN Deportes.
What a weekend in Canton that started last night. 28 new members of the Hall of Fame. When we come back, let the speeches begin. Drew Pearson said he didn't need a plane to get here. He's been flying since he got the word. No greater distance traveled from undrafted to the Hall of Fame.
Behold, the Garlic and Bacon King. A sandwich with sizzly, crispy bacon that we wanted to make even crispier. So boom, crispy garlic. Now that's a crispy burger. Try the Garlic and Bacon King only at Burger King.
Spicy chicken nugs. We didn't say Wendy's, but you probably thought Wendy's. And you thought right. But you probably didn't think they'd be free with any purchase through the Wendy's app.
You thought it was all made here, but the time that made all time was this time.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm a Buck for life.
Welcome to the off-season, when bombs bring championships.
Now you're talking about retooling, rebuilding.
Moves move cities.
Somebody could hit absolute gold with the top talent in this draft.
And it all comes down to a single pick. Who's coming out on top?
You think you know Black history, but then you blink. And just like that, there's more. More record-breaking.
Hamilton for the most amount of wins.
More raising the bar.
Marcus Rashford setting the standard.
More unprecedented firsts.
First Black woman to coach full-time in the NFL.
More pride.
Revolution upsets normative processes.
There's more trend-setting. More hustle.
Basketball's just a game. This is my life.
More legacies. More joy. And you know there's more magic. Black history is always being written. All you have to do is blink.
There's a place down yonder where 3 streams converge into one. It's where I watched the Mandalorian get himself into a space squabble, watch me some UFC, and those folks from Modern Family, well, they had me cackling like a trout getting tickled. That's the Disney bundle for you. It lets you stream Disney Plus, Hulu, and on ESPN Plus for only $13.99 a month. It's the most glorious stream I've ever seen.
The Disney Bundle. It's streaming at its best.
Every Sunday night is one step closer to October. Give us a chase to believe in and stars that rise to the occasion. And it's gone! Santa Maria! Give us the postseason push on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers, Mets. Next Sunday at 7 on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell.
Dear MS, from day one, you've tried to define me.
But I never invited you in. It's my life.
And this is my journey.
I've found a way to do things differently with Ocrevus, an infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
Sorry, MS.
You don't get to control
every part of me.
MS can't own us.
Ask your doctor about 2 times a year Ocrevus.
You can't tell the story of the Cowboys without Drew Pearson. Not only one of the coolest guys with the afro sticking out of the back of his helmet, he was Mr. Clutch on so many iconic plays. The original 88. Here we go with the first enshrinement of the night. Hall of Famer Chris Berman, our MC for the 21st year.
Great clutch players come through late in the games. Maybe that's the only explanation why Drew Pearson had to wait so much longer than every wide receiver except one for his chance to be enshrined here in Canton, Ohio. And aren't we glad this is the night? After all, as a senior at Tulsa, he waited through 17 rounds then of the NFL draft in 1973 to hear his name called, but it never was. Dallas Cowboys did call, sign him as a free agent, and now finally we can say that the rest tonight is history. 11 seasons later, he retired as the team's all-time leader in catches and in yards. 10 of those seasons, the Cowboys made the playoffs 7 times. Pearson's teams played in the NFC Championship game 7 times. 3 times the Super Bowl, winning Super Bowl 12. He always knew how to be in the right place at the right time. There was his key block on Tony Dorsett's 99-yard run. We remember that. His first playoff game as a rookie saw him hauling an 83-yard touchdown in the 4th quarter from Roger Staubach to salt the game away to victory over the Rams. It was his 2nd touchdown of the game. 1980, divisional round late in his career in Atlanta, down 10. 2 fourth-quarter touchdown receptions, 2nd in the final minute, again, to win the game. Oh, yeah, and then in 1975, there was a Hail Mary. You might have heard of it. I thought you did. To present him the man who threw that one and so many other of those passes to true Hall of Famer Roger Staubach.
I could see even the first day that there was something about him that was really special. He had great moves, just a very smart receiver and a very good physical receiver.
Drew Pearson's journey to the Hall of Fame began as an undrafted free agent. After 442 players were taken in 1973, Dallas signed a quarterback turned wide receiver from Tulsa, who became a franchise pillar.
We were very, very lucky not to miss Drew Pearson, and getting him as a free agent was one of the best things that has ever happened to the Cowboys as far as the personnel is concerned.
Staubach to throw. Going deep. Drew Pearson is open.
A three-time first-team All-Pro selection and a member of the NFL's All-Decade team in the 1970s, Pearson's penchant for big plays gave birth to a nickname, Mr. Clutch.
He was a clutch receiver. He could position his body in a way that he could catch the ball, and he just had the great instincts that you need to have in the NFL.
One clutch moment stands above the rest of them. The original Hail Mary pass in the 1975 NFC Divisional Playoffs.
I basically told everyone to block and Drew go deep or something like that. I made sure that he went deep.
And it's going to be incomplete. Oh, touchdown. He caught it. Drew Pearson caught the ball.
But he made catches that were just off the wall. He was the kind of receiver you want on your football team.
Such an improbable play, along with nearly 8,000 career receiving yards and a Super Bowl win, helped Pearson become only the 22nd undrafted player to ever make it to Canton.
His parents, Sam and Minnie Pearson, they would really be proud of him. I am honored and privileged to present my friend, Drew Pearson, for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Drew Pearson for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Roger Staubach.
I had the biggest afro in NFL history. That's why the biggest one that will be in the bus at the Hall of Fame. All right. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Roger Staubach. Thank you for what you have meant to my NFL career as my quarterback for 8 seasons. But not only that, to my life for 50-plus years that I have known you. Thank you today for being my presenter into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This confirms it. The wait is over! Over! How about that? The original number 88 being presented for enshrinement in the Pro Football Hall of Fame by my Hall of Fame quarterback, Roger Staubach. Wow! Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Roger. You know, they only give me a few minutes to make this acceptance speech, but it only took 32 seconds to catch the Hail Mary from my quarterback, Roger Staubach. So this is no big deal. You know, there were times I remember I had to fight just to hold my head up. Those times when even my friends tried to make a fool of me. There were things that my heart would attack that they just couldn't see. Some said I was hopeless, a mind tangled in the night. But guess what? Strong hearts just keep going. And that's why I'm standing here tonight at the steps of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I seen the light and the sun break through the storm, and I'm standing here as a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I stand here tonight on the shoulders of the 354 Hall of Famers that helped make the NFL and pro football the great game that it is today. Thank you, Hall of Famers, for the opportunity. I am honored and proud to join the team as the 53rd member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And this right here makes it official, So my commitment to this team as a Hall of Famer is to honor, is to respect, and never bring shame to this team and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And to the Pro Football Hall of Fame committee and the voter selection committees, thank you for the honor. I have learned it's not about how long you wait or how long it takes to get here, but more about how you wait. And my wait was supported by my faith, and it was through God's grace that I created a path for me to immortality into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, there are many people I'd like to mention and thank that were part of my journey to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. From the Edison missiles to the Edison Jets, to the South River High School Rams with Coach Joe Bonissimo, where my quarterback was the great Joe Theismann, to the University of Tulsa and the great coaches that I had there, to the Dallas Cowboys and the greatness of Hall of Famer Coach Tom Landry. And trust me, there are many stories to be told along the way. It has been a journey, trust me, a tough, long journey on the road less traveled. Did I make mistakes? Yes, I did. I got cuts, I got scars, I got scrapes and bruises along the way, but I own all of them. I own all of them because they were all my mistakes. I did it my way, and I did it the hard way. So tonight, don't just honor the man, tonight honor the mission as well. Don't judge me by reaching the heights of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Rather judge me by the depths from which I've come. You watching at home see the names of these people that supported me on this journey to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. However, I want to focus my remaining time on the main reason I'm here, and that's the NFL, and in particular, the Dallas Cowboys, and then also my lovely and beautiful family. To the NFL, thank you. Thank you for being the great game that you are and providing opportunities through this game for people like myself to succeed. Thank you, thank you. I also want to say thank you first to the late, great Clint Murchison, the original owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you for your ownership and drive to set the blueprint of what the Dallas Cowboys still are today. We would not be here without you. Thank you, Clint Murchison. Also, thank you to Hall of Famer Tex Schramm for your creative ways and marketing genius. I learned so much from you. Thank you, Hall of Famer Gil Brandt, for your innovative ways and out-of-the-box thinking that led you to Tulsa University, giving a skinny-legged kid 170 pounds an opportunity. Let me show you these legs a minute. These legs got me in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I learned so much from you, Gil Brandt, and if I had more time, I would come over and give you a kiss right now. And of course, thank you, Hall of Famer Coach Tom Landry. Thank you, Coach, for your innovative system of equal opportunity, as long as you brought character, as long as you brought intelligence, as long as you brought passion and talent to the team. And you also taught me, Coach, that respect is earned and not given. For these four men, I learned a lot about football and the business of football. But I also learned about business knowledge and acumen that has carried me through my years in my life after football. And thank you, Hall of Famer Jerry Jones, for continuing to carry the torch of the Dallas Cowboys on your journey to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. No one could have done it better. Thank you, Mike Ditka, my first receiver coach in the NFL. Mike was an all-pro tight end, which means he taught me nothing about running pass routes as a wide receiver. But, Mike, you taught me how not to just be a pro, but be a professional. And you did that by the passion you showed and that you brought to the Dallas Cowboys. Also, I want to thank Otto Stowe, a wide receiver that I played behind. I learned so much from you, Otto, and I would not be here today without you. Thank you. My fellow receivers, in particular, Hall of Famer Bob Hayes, Billy Joe Dupree, Golden Richards, Tony Thrill Hill, Butch Johnson, Doug Lonley, Doug Cosby, Gene Fugit, and many, many more. And also, my quarterback after Roger left me and retired, my quarterback, Danny White, thank you for taking the reins and helping me get to this Pro Football Hall of Fame. Thank you, guys. We pushed each other to be the best, which helped lead us to the team success that we earned and enjoyed. Thank you, Hall of Famer Michael Irvin, number 88. Right on. Thank you, Michael Irvin, for carrying on the legacy of the 88 Club. Right on, Michael Irvin. My final expressions of gratitude and thank you go to my family, my deceased members, my parents, Sam and Minnie Pearson. I love you both. Miss you so much. Thank you for setting the necessary guidelines of discipline for me to follow. The blessing is you both got a chance to see me play in the NFL before God called you home. My step-parents, Louise Garrison and Walter Skank, all gone too soon. My deceased sisters and brothers, Denise Linda Pearson Stewart, gone too soon. Debbie Marlette Pearson, gone too soon. My deceased brother, Sam Pearson Jr., gone too soon. Andre Valentino Pearson, gone too soon. Carrie Mark Moose Pearson, I'm sorry, Kristen Craig, your dad was gone too soon. I miss all of you so dearly, but your spirit, I know, is with me. I know that because I feel it. I feel it. And to my living sister, Sandra Hill, Pearson Hill, you are the best. You are the matriarch of the family. We are blessed to have you. You continue to lead us through family tragedy, including losing your own husband, the great Phil Hill. I love you, sis. I love you, sis. Now my legacy, my immediate family, my God-fearing, college-educated children, who I am so proud of. My oldest daughter, Tori Nicole, Darty, Tojo. There is nothing, Tori, you can't do, and I think you tried it all, okay? Thank you for being who you are. I'm so proud of you. And thank you all. My daughter, Brittany, God bless you. You get it honest. You just like your dad, right? And my son, Brian Jarrett. No, he didn't play football. He's too smart for that, okay? He went to Loyola Marymount University and now is a graphic designer. So I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. There's so many special people in my life, but my time has run out. I don't have a Hail Mary in my back pocket, so I got to wrap this up. And I just want to thank you all for the moment, for the opportunity to be part of this. You know, in life, in this situation, this moment is all there is. This moment has led me to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and is a moment of a lifetime for a lifetime. Hail Mary blessings to you all. Hail Mary blessings all around. And let my people say, hut, hut.
Say, guys, hut, hut.
Well, hey, for a leadoff speaker, one thing I could have guaranteed, he was going to bring it in typical Drew Pearson fashion.
That's just great energy, great passion. This shows you how much this night means to everyone.
Coming later, Peyton Manning's fame has transcended sports, but nothing means more to him than taking his place in football immortality. And next, Tom Flores gets tears in his eyes just thinking about that knock on the door to tell him he was going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Waited so long, his formal induction next.
We need to hit the road if we're going to beat the traffic.
All right. What?
What?
Maybe we'll just beat the traffic tomorrow?
Behold, the Garlic and Bacon King, a sandwich with sizzly, crispy bacon that we wanted to make even crispier. So boom, crispy garlic. Now that's a crispy burger. Try the Garlic and Bacon King only at Burger King.
Baby, it's over.
I mean, we both saw this coming.
Let's go, Peloton! Welcome to your 30-minute full body strength. Yes, you can, Peloton. Come on. Nice work, Lisa and Denver. Keep it up. Way to show up, Peloton. Amazing work. You absolutely crushed it.
Look, cleaning the outside of your windows is a real chore. Not anymore.
This is Full Crystal from the Fuller Brush Company. The fastest, easiest way to clean all of your windows in minutes, not days.
Just attach it to any garden hose and away you go. The secret is in the Fuller cleaning crystals that dissolve dust, dirt, pollen, and grime in no time.
You don't have to remove your screens because Full Crystal cleans them too. This screen may look clean, but look how Full Crystal blasts away the dust, pollen, dirt, and grime while it cleans your window at the same time.
It's completely safe for all of your plants, lawns, shrubs, and flowers.
Plus,
with the Full Crystal Power Sprayer, you can clean windows up to 27 feet high. Call or go online now to order the complete Full Crystal system for just $19.99. But order right now and we'll double the cleaning crystals. Enough for up to 40 windows, just pay a separate fee.
Call or go online now.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
I think it's coming in really good. Yeah, totally. I'm gonna win this mustache contest. Maybe. Good luck with You're going down this year. See you in 2 weeks, pal.
The greatest return starts here, in the greatest city. It's a return to the amazing, on and off the court. A return to the impossible and the unforgettable. And of course, a return to the party. Because a return this great deserves a celebration to match. New York is back, and so are fans at the US Open. Be part of the greatest return.
Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. And for decades, Disney Cruise Line has given families dreams to wake up excited about. Dreams with beloved stories, a private island paradise, and knowing your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Because here, dreams really do come true.
Ah, the daily grind. This has been the hustle and bustle of the morning commute. Are you ready to trade it in for this?
Soon it will be time to get back to the workplace.
Shed those sweatpants and enjoy these daily annoyances once again.
But with new workplace rules, continue getting vaccinated and adhering to safety practices.
The office awaits.
Unite to prevent.
9.
ESPN Fantasy Football is back, and with the season right around the corner, get your league set now at espn.com/fantasyfootball. Up next here in Canton, Tom Flores, the first Hispanic-American quarterback in NFL history and first minority head coach to win a Super Bowl. Actually make that 2 with the Raiders. More, just an amazing legacy.
Yeah, and Tom Flores, listen, he's proud of his Mexican-American heritage, but he won those 2 Super Bowls as Tom Flores. Won 2 more as an assistant with John Madden, who he succeeded. And not only that, but he was the first Latino president and general manager in NFL history with the Seattle Seahawks. This is a man of great accomplishments, and he's waited 22 years for this moment.
Been in pro football over 60 years, and as a member of the Hall of Fame, now you can say forever. Back to Boomer.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Canton, Ohio. To call this gentleman a pioneer would be a complete understatement. To call him unique would be more appropriate. Tom Flores won 2 Super Bowls as head coach of, I'll say it, the Raiders. That puts him in quite a club. But he won Super Bowl 15 for the Oakland Raiders and Super Bowl 18 for the Los Angeles Raiders. Nobody has done anything like that. 2 different cities, right? He's a true hero in the Latino community, of course, as a trailblazer. The first head coach of Mexican descent, period, not to mention a Super Bowl champion coach. He was the first to ascend to team president and GM, which he did later on, and coach as well with the Seattle Seahawks. He was the first from the Latino community to play quarterback, which he did for 10 years for Oakland, Buffalo, and Kansas City. He and Mike Ditka are the only 2 to have won Super Bowls as head coach, assistant coach, and as a player. And pretty good. But this is the one nearest and dearest to a lot of our hearts, like me. Tom is one of only 20 men to have played all 10 years in the AFL. Only 20, Tom is one of them. To present him tonight, you're going to see Carol Davis, the widow, of course, of Hall of Famer Al Davis, and Carol's son and principal owner of the Raiders, Mark Davis.
Proudly steeped in a winning tradition, the Raiders were at a crossroads in the offseason of 1979. John Madden, himself a Hall of Famer and league icon, had stepped down as head coach.
Tom comes into the job needing guidance, needing the help of the entire organization, and if we can give it to him, we will.
It was a daunting challenge Tom Flores met with pride, poise, and confidence.
I will coach in the way I feel is necessary to win, and what I do and how I do it, it has to go along with my personality. I'm not a screamer or a yeller.
He had been a player, an assistant coach. He knew what to do. He watched what John and others had done. He was ready. He was just intelligent, clever. He was a Raider, and he came back home.
The son of a Mexican-born sharecropper, Flores was the league's first Hispanic starting quarterback. He spent 7 years with the Silver and Black, including the inaugural 1960 season, and later returned as assistant coach under Madden. As head coach, the man who rarely raised his voice was leading this brash organization to 2 Super Bowl wins in his first 5 seasons.
I'm the other coach in the Super Bowl, in case some of you don't know.
Tom means everything to this organization. He gave us 2 Super Bowls. He had players wanting to come here. He had a wonderful wife that helped him. That was his life. He was a good representative of the organization.
The Super Bowl 15 win over the Eagles was the first for a wildcard team, and also the first for a Hispanic and minority head coach. With the victory in Super Bowl 18, Flores entered a class that, to this day, includes only 13 coaches with multiple Super Bowl titles.
Everyone realizes how intelligent he was, how careful he was, how humble he was, how gentle he was. He is the perfect person to go in. I am honored and privileged to present my friend Tom Flores for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Tom Flores for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Mark Davis.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol Davis. How about a round of applause for Carol Davis, who wasn't able to be here tonight, but she did a wonderful job. A wonderful lady, a longtime friend, and she and I will go back a long ways in the old days of the American Football League. But the reason I'm here, and the reason I'm second on the program tonight, is that I'm 84 frapping years old. I've got to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Peyton, where's my pillow? Being here today, this enshrinement means the world to me. My journey began a long time ago when my father, as a 12-year-old, migrated to Central Valley in California with his family. They came from Mexico and settled in the San Joaquin Valley and worked the farms as they did in those days. And their first house, our first house, had dirt floors and no indoor plumbing. So we came from what everybody else had come from. We were not the only ones that lived that way. They made sure that my brother and I did well in school and participated in different activities, as many as we could. Education was very important to them, and it became very important and prominent in my life. The Sanger High School District in my hometown of Sanger, little old town Sanger, we have people from Sanger here. Long way to come from Sanger. Did you ever try to get here? This is not an easy place to get to. I've been trying for a long time to get here. I started a foundation there in 1988 for the kindergarten through 8th graders in my school district for their enhancement in educational opportunities. I'm very proud to say, as I stand here, that it's been funded. We have funded it, so it will go on in perpetuity. I'm happy to say that. At first, as a young guy, I wasn't planning on going to college, because in those days, you went to school, and then when you got through with high school, you went to work. Well, I loved school, so I worked hard to get an academic scholarship. I played every sport I could possibly play, did every event I could possibly attend, and so I settled on football as my major sport to be productive in. I worked hard, and I played high school football in Sanger, Fresno City College, and the College of Pacific in Stockton, California, and now the University of Pacific. They don't even play football anymore, but that's where I was, a long time ago. I'm old-fashioned. I don't use a prompter. When I was one class short of my master's degree, after having failed twice to make the professional football leagues in Canada and also in the NFL, I got a call from these guys called the American Football League. And I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. So I joined the Oakland Raiders. We were just a bunch of guys who didn't have a home stadium. Most of the guys in training camp had no idea where Oakland was. I had to tell them. And we were playing in San Francisco. Having a new league gave us all an opportunity to play football and continue. There weren't a lot of jobs, there weren't a lot of teams in the National Football League, but it gave us an opportunity. My mother cried when I told her I was going to play professionally instead of coming home to be a teacher as I had studied for in college. But in the end, she was the proudest of all because I followed my passion. And that's what brought me to this stage today, tonight. Passion. When you talk about passion, you're looking at passion on this entire stage. That was good. The passion that you have sustains you through all your years of professional football. And there are so many people I want to thank for supporting me here. I can't name them all, but I'll name a few. Going back to my high school coach, real rapidly, Claire Slaughter, Dean Nicholson, Moose Myers in college, and Jim Pluckett, dear friend of mine, Paul McGuire, dear friend of mine, Ron Wolf, a member of the Hall, Marcus, a member of the Hall, a friend of mine, Mike Ornstein, not able to make it tonight. Everybody knows Orny. But my number one is this little cute gal I met when we were both at College of Pacific. She was the cutest gal I've ever seen. We both came from hardworking parents who created a better life for us. And everything we did, they tried to encourage us to do. We were both the first to graduate from college. Barbara and I dated for 5 years. It took me 5 years to convince her that I was the guy. Now, we've been married for 60 years. Barbara, I'm so grateful for you every day. You know me, good parts and bad parts. You put up with the bad parts. You're my biggest fan, and you're my best friend. And I love you dearly. Thank you. Thank you. I also want to thank my children for being so supportive of my career, the ups and the downs. Children suffer, as all of us up here know, between the hard times, the training camp when Dad's away. I can remember once my boys asking, Daddy, are you going to come and live in our new house with us? Because I was always leaving with a suitcase to go someplace to play. And then they said, why doesn't Daddy play with us at home? Well, they learned, and my kids hung in there with me. They cheered for their old dad and never tried to make me change. My children, Mark, Scott, and Kim, and my grandchildren, Brian, Kevin, Jillian, Megan, and young Jacob, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of what you accomplished and who you have become. I want to thank all the players and alumni who worked with me and for me. We worked hard together, and we were very successful. We won a few games. won a few Super Bowls, but our friendship will endure forever. And as I enter the hall, I feel like you're going in with me. You don't get there alone. It didn't happen in a vacuum. A lot of people have helped me, do what I did in my career. I want to thank the Raider organization. They've been incredible. Raider Nation is everywhere. I spent 55 years of my professional life with the Raiders as a player, an assistant coach, a head coach, and a radio announcer, and now as a representative in the PR department. There's no better group of people or no better place to have your second home. I particularly want to mention to the late Al Davis, who was my mentor, my coach. I love his wife, Carol, dearly, as you saw in the video. And I love coaching his son, Mark, who's up here with me, now the owner and running the team. When he used to come to camp as an 8-year-old, I met him, and he used to create havoc on the playing field because we only had 2 balls, and it was a very low budget. To everyone I've played the game with, and everyone who's played for me, you're my other family. Football is a world that we share with a powerful bond. When I was traded to Buffalo and went on to Kansas City and then on to Seattle, they all welcomed me as family, as it should be. If you played the game, respect always is there, whether we played together or not. Today, on this stage, we're all on one team of Gold Jackets. This is a very emotional day for me. I've been blessed with a great life, doing work that I love with people that I love and adore. I was always happy in the world of football, and now because of this honor, I'll be part of it forever. Forever. Realize that? God, that is incredible. Here's a memory I'd like to leave with you. It's Super Bowl 15 in New Orleans. The clock is ticking down. There's 1 minute left, and we're ahead by 17 points. One of my assistants, Sam Bogosian, the late Sam Bogosian, who was also from the Central Valley of California, and whose family is here tonight, leaned over and looked at me and said, "Not bad for a couple of grape pickers." And I said, "Sam, not bad at all for a couple of grape pickers." Thank you so much. Congratulations, class of 2020, class of 2021. Go Raiders.
Another one where you say, it's about time. Next, one of the most anticipated induction speeches of this special weekend, Peyton Manning takes his place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His friend and rival here to show his respect. Tom Brady is in the house, and Peyton always calling the shots from the line and in life. It was Peyton who requested to go third. Who's next?
Stay tuned to get a free 5-piece utensil set and more from Gotham Steel. Tired of digging through a mess of pots and pans just to find the right one? Well, now there's Gotham Steel's Stackmaster cookware. Non-stick, space-saving cookware that neatly stacks inside itself. Finally, you can have an organized kitchen with every pan and lid right at your fingertips. Stackmaster features a triple-layer titanium coating with our non-stick super durable cast texture surface. Nothing sticks to these pans. Everything just slips and slides. It's like cooking on air. You can chop right inside them without making any scratches. Even use electric metal beaters and everything slides right out. Not even a scratch. Plus, they're oven safe. great for pot roasts or baking all the way up to 500 degrees. Even flames won't damage these pans. The entire Stackmaster set is dishwasher safe and made without any harmful PFOAs. Some high-end cookware sells for close to $500, but you won't pay that. Not $400, $300, or even $200. Today, through this special TV offer, get the full 10-piece Stackmaster cookware set for the factory direct price of just 5 payments of $39.99, and we'll even ship it to you free. And if you call or click to order today, we're going to drop 1 payment. You'll get it all for just 4 payments of $39.99, and we'll even guarantee it for a full 10 years. Plus, as a free bonus, you'll get our Stackmaster fry basket and stainless steel steamer insert. But there's even more. We'll also send you our 5-piece utensil set. It includes every utensil you'll ever need in the kitchen. Together, these are a $60 value. Yours 100% free. That's a complete 17-piece set, a huge value, for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. And we'll even ship it to you free. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-519-4577 or go online to GothamStackmaster.com. So call 1-800-519-4577. That's 1-800-519-4577 or go to GothamStackmaster.com.
Meet Tonal, the smartest home gym with revolutionary digital weight, so you can be your strongest. Visit Tonal.com.
Get the latest styles of women's sports apparel at Fanatics.com. Brands like Nike, DKNY, Dooney & Burke, and Wear by Erin Andrews. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Opening weekend of La Liga. Catch all 10 matches on ESPN Plus. And Barcelona versus Real Sociedad on ABC and ESPN Deportes.
Every customer has their own Safe Light story. This couple loves camping adventures, and their SUV is always there with them. So when their windshield got a chip, they wanted it fixed fast. They drove to Safe Light Auto Glass for a guaranteed same-day in-shop repair. We repaired the chip before it could crack, and with their insurance, it was no cost to them.
Really?
That's service you can trust when you need it most.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
It's good to be back home.
What is this place we call home? Home is the moment, then another, creating a solid shelter. Home devoid of love invites the devil.
We've inherited a house. Chop away.
Tend to your home. In every home, there's heaven.
Add Epix with DirecTV for $5.99 per month.
It's Peyton Manning time. #1 overall pick, Super Bowl wins as a starting quarterback for the Colts and Broncos, a 5-time NFL MVP. Mort, you know him so well, and you know he's still so humbled by the moment.
I know, you know all about the highs. I'm going to speak about the lowest low he had. It's when Jim Irsay released him as the Colts quarterback. But like Peyton Manning, he reinvented himself with the Broncos, going to 2 Super Bowls and winning 1 in his final year there.
We've been waiting a long time for this. Here's Boom.
We have known this name at quarterback for over a half a century. If ever there was a spotlight put on somebody before they got started, we all agree there was a very bright one put on Peyton Manning. All he did was put on sunglasses, roll up his sleeves, and go to work. Decorated at Tennessee, he was the first overall pick in the 1998 draft by the Indianapolis Colts. And what followed was the stuff of legends. 14 seasons in Indy, 4 in Denver. And I think a few in Omaha. We're still checking that out. Records were set at all these franchises. And now, by the way, I guess he's coming to ESPN. He's going to break whatever records I got left. Almost 72,000 yards passing and 539 touchdown passes. NFL marks when Peyton retired. By the way, if you throw in the playoffs and you do the conversion, Peyton has thrown for 45 miles. Miles! We could drive to Cleveland. Almost 5,500 yards in a single season, 55 touchdowns, records, 201 wins, including victories over all 32 teams, even over the Canton Bulldogs. 14 Pro Bowls, 5 MVPs, two-time Super Bowl champion, one with the Colts, one with the Broncos. Of course, we could go on and on, but suffice it to say that even more records than he has, he's done commercials. That's hard to do. All of this with his and his family's homage to the game of football, as evidenced by his winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year, the Byron Whizzer White, and Bart Starr Awards. Pretty impressive. An old school quarterback playing in a world of new school offense, he reinvented the art of calling plays at the line of scrimmage. But my personal favorite Peyton moment, not a pass, not a win. The week that Johnny Unitas passed on, he wore black high tops with his Colts uniform and helmet with the horseshoe on it to honor the legacy of Johnny U. That was awesome. So, fitting tonight that his presenter is a true gentleman who happens to be his dad, Archie Manning.
Hey, who's your favorite football player, eh?
My dad.
You going to be a football player when you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Manning always seemed born to be a quarterback.
When they started playing their little games, I taught him his three-step drop. He loved to show people his three-step drop.
Son of an NFL great and an All-American at Tennessee, Manning entered the NFL with great expectations.
The first pick of the draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Peyton Manning.
Peyton's always said these teams that have the #1 draft choice, there's a reason.
That's the 28th pick of a Peyton Manning pass.
So that first year, the Colts went 3-13. He didn't say, Dad, nobody's open. They were open, but it's not like college. They're just open a split second. He worked hard. He worked hard. And the next year, they went 13-3.
Number 18's driving this machine like I've never seen.
You can see the confidence he had out there. He's guiding their team.
Manning became a force of nature, winning the NFL's MVP a record 5 times, and led the Colts to victory in Super Bowl 41.
The Colts are world champions!
In 2011, a neck injury threatened to end it all.
He couldn't throw. A lot of doubt whether he'd be able to play again.
Manning would play again, resurrecting his career in Denver, and retired owning almost every passing record.
There's the record, another one. He may have them all. Peyton Manning has now thrown for more yards in a single season than any other quarterback in NFL history.
All right, congratulations. He did play the position a little different than some. The no huddle,
Omaha,
audibles,
Sally, Buffalo.
Preparation was a huge part of Peyton's game. He had a belief that if I can out-prepare that other quarterback, learn something that in the fourth quarter will help us win this game.
In Manning's final game, he became the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl with 2 different franchises.
Never, ever underestimate Peyton Manning.
I didn't have any experience playing or winning Super Bowls. To have a child be able to do it is doggone special. He feels so blessed.
Off the field, he walks one last time.
Peyton loves the game of football. He loved the quarterback position. I'm honored to present my son, Peyton Manning. for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Peyton Manning for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Archie Manning.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. When I was playing for the Colts, there were just a few seconds on the play clock, and we needed the ball snapped quickly. I would yell, "Hurry, hurry," to my center, Jeff Saturday, and he would immediately snap me the ball. Well, I got to tell you, there you go. Tonight's speech is an all-time hurry, hurry. The 2021 induction class wants to thank those previous inductees who gave long-winded acceptance speeches, forcing us to have a whopping 6 minutes to recap our football careers. I want to give a special thanks to my old rival, Ray Lewis, for being here tonight. Ray just finished giving his speech that he started in 2018. Next year, acceptance speeches will probably shrink to 4 minutes. And speaking of rivals, my good friend Tom Brady is here tonight. By the time he is inducted, by the time Tom Brady is inducted in his first year of eligibility in the year 2035, he'll only have time to post his acceptance speech on his Instagram account. The legendary John Madden says that the Hall of Fame busts whisper to each other at night. And it's actually true. My son Marshall and I have heard it. But I also think that they run plays at night. They scrimmage. They throw a little 7-on-7. The other night I had a dream that I was in one of those scrimmages. The other team's coaches were Vince Lombardi and Paul Brown. My coaches, Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson. That's right, a Cowboy and a Steeler working together only in Canton, Ohio. We were on the 50-yard line with only 3 seconds left in the game. Coach Cowher called a running play. I said, "Coach, I'm going to have to audible. Omaha." I called a pass play. My bus faked a handoff to Barry Sanders. I threw a 20-yard break-in route to Michael Irvin right as Deacon Jones and Ray Nitsky hit me at the same time. Irvin, as he was getting tackled by Ronnie Lott, then lateraled to Steve Largent, who was in a foot race down the sideline with Darrell Green and Lim Barney. The savvy Largent, knowing he couldn't win a foot race with Darrell Green, then lateraled back to Lance Allworth, who dove into the end zone for the game-winning score. Now, yesterday, it was just a dream, but tonight, it's reality. Anyway, I just think it's pretty cool to say you're on the same team as Johnny Unitas and Slingin' Sammy Ball. I am honored to be a member of this elite class and a teammate of Drew's, Coach Floors, John, Calvin, Allen, and Charles. To be inducted on the same weekend with one of my favorite teammates of all time, Edgerrin James, is a thrill. Being reunited with Edgerrin, my old teammates, the great Marvin Harrison, Marshall Faulk, Our Colts architect, Bill Polian, our Colts leader, Tony Dungy, is really something special. And I'm proud to be on the same team again with John Elway and to join fellow Denver Bronco alums Steve Atwater and John Lynch in this weekend's induction class. And there's room for more Colts and Broncos in here, I'm just saying. We have inherited the history of this sport, even helped create it, but our responsibility cannot stop there. If we simply relive history and don't ignite the future of the sport, then we're not doing football justice. Each of us has deep roots in this game. Football even helped us carve out a place to belong. In my youth in New Orleans and in Newman School, football carved out a place for my favorite quarterback, my hero, my role model, my dad, Archie Manning, to pass on something he loved to me. Dad, there's no one I would rather have or be more appropriate than you to welcome me to the stage. My dad enabled me to play balls with my brother Cooper and Eli, the two best brothers a guy could ask for. And it gave my mom plenty of reasons to both beef me up and patch me up. You talk about lucking out with the most loving mother who can also break down a cover two defense as well as any NFL quarterback. In college, at my beloved alma mater, the University of Tennessee, football gave me a platform to help me grow as a man and refine my skills. Entering the NFL, the game gave me a profession where I could measure myself against the very best and live camaraderie at its deepest level. I always thrived on being coached, and I learned from some of the very best coaches in the business, many of whom are here tonight. Sadly, we have lost two special coaches to me this year, the great Howard Mudd and my good friend Greg Knapp. May they both rest in peace. After my playing career, I hung a whistle around my neck, and I've coached my son's flag football team for the past 2 years. Now, I'm not sure I'm a very good coach, but hopefully that role will enable me to make a hands-on contribution to the future of our sport. Over the years, I've had the most unbelievable support from family, friends, fans, coaches, teammates, and support staffs. And I just can't say thank you enough to all of you that have come here tonight to help me celebrate. To Jim Irsay and the Indianapolis Colts organization, my gratitude is off the charts. You drafted me in 1998, and it was a joy and a privilege to represent the Horseshoe. And to Pat Bowlen, the Bowlen family, and the Denver Broncos organization, you took a chance on me at a crucial moment in my career, and I will never forget it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. When I officially retired from football 5 years ago, whether in person, on a call, or in a handwritten letter, I said all the thank yous that we unfortunately don't have time to repeat tonight. But trust me, they are as heartfelt now as they were then. To my wife, Ashley, there are no right words to express how grateful I am for you. Thank you for your unstoppable love and support. And to our children, Marshall and Mosley, you came into the world at the exact time that I needed you most. The two of you have already given your mother and me a greater inheritance than we could ever leave you. If football has become my home, the people of the great states of Louisiana, Tennessee, Indiana, and Colorado have become my extended family. And as everyone knows, you can never really leave family behind. I never expected to stand on this stage tonight. If it weren't for those busts and the memories of forever loyal fans, tonight's details would blur and cheers would fade. However, our hearts will cradle the memories forever. Throughout our lives as players, coaches, staffs, and fans, we've become essential to the sports landscape. I don't know about you, but I'm not done with this game. I never will be. I'm committed to ensuring its future, and I hope you will join me in that commitment. As members of this honored class, we have a responsibility to make our game stronger, from the corner playground to the most celebrated stadiums. During the past few years, the game of football has been challenged by an explosion of sports and entertainment options, safety concerns, erupting social justice issues, and a worldwide pandemic. Displaced fans have taken on an entirely new meaning as our stadiums have been shut down and fans shut out. We certainly shouldn't walk away now. When we leave this stage tonight, it is no longer about us. It is about cultivating the game that has given so much to us. It's about nurturing football to live and thrive another day, another year, decade, and another generation. It's about guaranteeing that kids everywhere can learn, bond, grow, and have fun with every flag pulled, every tackle made, every pass thrown, every run, block, sack, and touchdown scored. The audience here tonight is made up of die-hard fans who feel football deep in your bones. Now, we may have ignited the fire, but you have fanned the flames. Inevitably, those flames will be whipped by the winds of change, but they don't need to smolder. The future of this game is ours to shape. We just need to take tomorrow on our shoulders as readily as we donned our pads before each game. Let this moment become a cherished memory. And then remember, a legacy is only worthwhile when there is a future to fuel. God bless you, and God bless football.
That was wonderful. Lewis did not disappoint.
No, it didn't at all. Look, I think, Susie, you know, when you're in scouting and you scout players, one of the things that you always ask yourself is, does this individual love football truly at its core? Do they love football for what it is, you know, in its purest form? Clearly, Peyton Manning embodies that, and that really was the theme surrounding his entire speech. How much he loves the game, how much he feels as though he's responsible for ensuring that the game continues to thrive long beyond his days now that he's done playing, and that's pretty cool to hear. He really does care about this game, and he made this night not just about him, but about the game that has given him so much.
Well, he loves football and he loves history, and now he's a member of the greatest team forever, football immortality. Unlike Manning, John Lynch had to endure the wait, 8 years as a finalist. We'll hear from Lynch when we come back.
As someone who resembles someone else, I appreciate that Liberty Mutual knows everyone's unique. That's why they customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. I mean, just because you look like someone else doesn't mean you eat off the floor, or yell at the vacuum, or need flea medication. Oh yeah, that's the spot. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Behold, the Garlic and Bacon King. A sandwich with sizzly, crispy bacon that we wanted to make even crispier. So boom, crispy garlic. Now that's a crispy burger. Try the Garlic and Bacon King only at Burger King.
Let's go, Peloton. Welcome to your 30-minute full body strength. Yes, you can, Peloton. Come on. Nice work, Lisa and Denver. Keep it up. Way to show up, Peloton. Amazing work. You absolutely crushed it.
At Chewy, we know the only thing that changes when bringing home a new pet is everything. And we're here with everything to help you on that journey. We've got toys, treats and food, even prescriptions delivered right to your door. Get fast, free 1 to 2 day shipping with Chewy.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next?
How do you get in front of companies or get a patent?
Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors just like you for over 35 years.
And thousands of people contact them every month.
You can meet with an InventHelp representative near you who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. And they offer 3D animations and prototyping services, showing companies how your invention could work. And InventHelp's exclusive data bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to confidentially review new ideas, like yours.
Don't wonder what to do next. Take action right now and get the help you need from InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today. The call and the information are free. Call now.
800-417-0892. That's 800-417-0892 now.
There's a place down yonder where 3 streams converge into one. It's where I watched the Mandalorian get himself into a space squabble, watch me some UFC, And those folks from Modern Family, well, they had me cackling like a trout getting tickled. That's the Disney bundle for you. It lets you stream Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for only $13.99 a month. It's the most glorious stream I've ever seen.
The Disney bundle, streaming at its best.
Every Sunday night is one step closer to October. Give us a chase to believe in and stars that rise to the occasion. And it's gone! Santa Maria! Give us the postseason push on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers, Mets. Next Sunday at 7 on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell.
Far too many Americans are living with a serious affliction, and most don't even realize it, despite all the warning signs. It's called wrong credit carditis, and it can lead to severe money loss. Fortunately, there's a cure. It's called Wallet Hub. Wallet Hub will help you find the best credit card for your needs based on your latest credit score and credit report. So go to wallethub.com now and get a better credit card.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Welcome back to Canton, Ohio, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You will not find John Lynch complaining about how long it took, 9 years. The three-time All-Pro safety joining Sapp and Brooks from that Super Bowl-winning Bucs defense. Now all three levels represented in the Hall of Fame. Once again, here's Chris Berman.
You can reel off the names of the best defenses of all time. But when you do not ever forget the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of the late 90s and the early 2000s. Integral to their success was safety John Lynch. This defense was so good that it almost won the 1999 NFC title game in St. Louis 6-5 against the greatest show on turf. The third-round pick in 1993 out of Stanford made his mark with his smarts and with his knocks. None other than Barry Sanders said that John Lynch delivered the hardest hit of his career, which is pretty hard to do. Said Barry, and I quote, "John didn't just play the position, he occupied a place in your mind." Heck, he and Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp and Hardy Nickerson, they even sacked me once, but that's another story. 9 times John was a Pro Bowler. Only Ken Houston, among safeties, has more. Over 1,000 tackles in his 15-year career, which included, of course, winning Super Bowl 37 in his hometown of San Diego. As general manager of the San Francisco 49ers these days, that team advanced to the Super Bowl, as we know, 2 years ago. He's a pro's pro, meaning that everywhere he's been, San Diego, Tampa, Denver, he and his wife Linda's charitable efforts reach far and wide. Hence, he's won the Bart Starr Award and the Byron Whizzer White Award. To present him this evening, one of his great coaches, Herm Edwards, and John's son, Jake Lynch.
You got to dive all the way in. That's a big lesson that he's really taught me, because if you don't, you're going to live with regret of not putting your all into it.
Dropping his Warner, throws it downfield. Johnny Lynch picks it off in the 50. Johnny Lynch drops down to a knee. Bucs are going to win this game.
He was going to be spotlighted by the quarterback. They wanted to know, where is 47 lining up at?
Sluggo seam. Let's go, let's go.
A two-sport athlete at Stanford University, John Lynch was actually selected higher in the baseball draft, round 2 by the Florida Marlins, than in the NFL draft, where he was Tampa Bay's 3rd-round selection in 1993. 3 years later in 1996, new Bucs head coach Tony Dungy and assistant Herm Edwards made a switch that changed John Lynch's career.
He was a former linebacker there. We moved him to strong safety because in that defense you needed a guy with his dimensions that could run, tackle, fill gaps, but also play in coverage.
Gets the pass away. Too tall. Picked off. Intercepted by Lynch.
Lynch spent 11 NFL seasons in Tampa, where he was twice named first-team All-Pro. He spent his final 4 seasons in Denver, making the Pro Bowl 9 times overall. But it was in Lynch's 4th game with the Broncos that his legacy in Tampa came into focus.
My first football memory of him, watching him play, it was his first year in Denver, and we went back to Tampa.
And free safety from Stanford, number 47, John Lynch.
And I would not put on the Broncos jersey. I put on my Bucs jersey and went to the game, even with my dad on the Broncos.
Toss pitch, Pittman. Cut back is Pittman. Jack Lynch made that hit.
I was pointing it out. Hey, Mom, they're still wearing Dad's jersey. And I thought that was the coolest thing.
He was about the team because he knew if the team played well, then guess what? We're going to have a chance to win. And John was about winning.
I am honored and privileged to present my dad, John Lynch, for enshrinement in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting John Lynch for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Jake Lynch.
Thank you, Jake. Such an honor to have you as my presenter. Thank you, Herm. What a humbling honor. First, let me say, nothing about my Hall of Fame journey has been easy. I waited 8 years as a finalist, and then David Baker tells me I'm following Peyton Manning. Thanks a lot, David. Peyton and the rest of our 2021 class, congratulations. What a privilege to be inducted into this brotherhood, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, with all of you. As everyone up here will attest, it takes a lot of belief to get to this stage. However, belief is not something that simply happens. It has to be nurtured 1,000,000 times over. A note, a pat on the back, a piece of advice, coaching. These are the things that foster belief in ourselves. Today, I will recognize those who have done this for me. I would not be here today if not for one person, my wife and my best friend, Linda Lynch. I met Linda in the 7th grade in our hometown of San Diego. Linda, you have inspired me as a man, a father, a husband, and a leader. For 15 years as an NFL player and 9 years with the NFL on Fox, Linda wrote a note to me that I read before every single game. She didn't ever miss one. Her notes always calmed me, focused me, and drove me to be my best self. Babe, I love you more than you will ever know, and I'm so thankful and grateful to share this life-changing moment with you. Our 4 amazing children, Jake, Lindsay, Lily, and Leah, each one of you, in your own special way, has provided me inspiration that cannot be described, even with the full definition of love. My pride in each of you is endless. I hope that I have helped you grow your belief in yourself the way you have for me. My parents, John and Kathy, Your standards and expectations were always high. Your love always unconditional. The Catholic faith that you instilled in me and blessed me with is my guiding light. Where would I be without it? Where would I be without both of you? Mom and Dad, I'm truly grateful and I love you. My sister and brother, Kara and Ryan, you have always supported me. Please know where you live in my heart. I went to Stanford University as a quarterback and a baseball player. After 2 years as a number 2 quarterback, I was tired of that. I decided the best way for me to get on the football field was to convert to safety. I want to thank the late, great Denny Green for guiding me through this life-altering decision. Later that year, I was drafted in the 2nd round of the Major League Baseball draft by the Florida Marlins and believed that baseball was going to be my future. Enter the late, great Bill Walsh. Coach Walsh had returned to Stanford as our head coach in 1992 when Coach Green accepted the head job for the Minnesota Vikings. One day I received a call from Bill. Hey John, this is Bill Walsh. I've been studying our defense last year, and John, you were our best defensive player. Shocked, I said to him, Coach, with all due respect, I played safety for 1 year and I played half the snaps. How can you possibly arrive at that opinion? He said simply, the film. I watched it, and you can be a Pro Bowl safety in the NFL. Well, when I returned to school, in true Bill Walsh fashion, he not only told me, he showed me. He showed me a tape of me making a play, then perhaps a play of perhaps the greatest safety of all time, Ronnie Lott, making a similar play. There were only 5 plays on that tape, but after watching it, I was all in. Coach Walsh, you gave me the confidence to follow my heart to an NFL career. Without you, I'm not standing on this stage today. Pete Agoscu, you were more than just someone who trained me. You taught me how to outwork my competition. That gave me the mental and physical edge. There were so many other coaches who were indispensable to my success. Monty Kiffin, John Gruden, Rod Marinelli, and Mike Tomlin among them. One special human being who saw something in me before I saw it in myself is my co-presenter, Herm Edwards. Herm had a vision for the way I should play the safety position. He encouraged me to play with the passion, the joy, physicality, and instincts that defined my game. Herm, you were also the first to tell me that I could have a bust someday in Canton, but only if I believed it. We're here, Herm. Hall of Fame coach Tony Dungy had such a profound impact on me on and off the field. This is a true story. In his first meeting as a head coach of the Buccaneers, he said to us, our job is to win championships here in Tampa. But if that's all we do, we will not have done enough. He went on to talk about the responsibility we had to give back to our community. Tony, I thank you for being the man that you are. A sincere thank you to the Glazer family and everyone at the Buccaneers for making my first 11 years in the NFL so meaningful and helping us to bring a world championship to Tampa with Super Bowl 37. To the late great owner Pat Bowlen, a true Hall of Famer, to the Bowlen family, Mike Shanahan, and everybody at the Denver Broncos, thanks for giving me such a great landing spot to play the final 4 years of my career. Now, over the last 4 seasons, I've had the honor to serve as the general manager of the San Francisco 49ers. Thank you to Kyle Shanahan, to Jed York, and the entire York family for having the faith in me that you do. Rondé Barber, your time's coming, man. You're going to be here. Mike Allstott, Champ Bailey, Rod Smith. These are just a few of the great players that I was blessed to call teammates. There are so many to acknowledge, but 2 guys back here had my back from day one. Together, we forged an unbreakable bond, and I'm overjoyed to join you 2 in Canton. Before concluding, I want to state the National Football League is the greatest metaphor for life that I've ever known. It challenges each and every one of us who plays this great game in every way possible. Everything about the game is hard and tests your will. It compels every man who puts on a uniform to not only do their best, but to be their best. In football, we quickly discover that we're only as strong as our weakest link. And if we're to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves, we must all learn to play together and pull together. Each of us comes from a different walk of life, but when we huddle up as a team. It doesn't matter where we come from or your background. All that matters is the fulfillment of one goal, victory. Tonight, I advocate that we take the lead of football and huddle up as a people, as a great nation. Let's find the common ground through our shared values. Let's celebrate and learn from our differences. Derek Brooks from Pensacola, Florida. Warren Sapp from Apopka, Florida. And John Lynch from Solana Beach, California have. So too can all of you. Thank you to David Baker, to Ira Kaufman and the Pro Football Hall of Fame Selection Committee, my beautiful family, dear friends, coaches, teammates, and all of the fans. I love you. As my journey illustrates, one person can make a difference. I encourage each and every one of you to be that person who provides someone else with the belief that they too can be great. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations to John. I always love the contrast, such a ferocious hitter, intense player, but off the field, the nicest person that you will ever meet. And a little backstory, this happened last night. He was at Steve Hutchinson's induction party, and he got red wine spilled on his gold jacket. The Hall of Fame apparently even has emergency dry cleaning. They had it ready for him to go tonight. All first class. Next, Megatron, still so young, incredibly dominant in his short career. First ballot Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson, next.
That make you love me, and so you only tell me, perhaps.
Critics and monsters agree. Taco Bell's Fry Force will have you roaring for more. So real you can taste it, says Rolling Stone. Experience the cinematic tour de fries yourself and get the $5 Nacho Fries box at Taco Bell today.
Help. Seriously, I'm too young for hair loss. My hairline keeps creeping back. Receding? I've got this bald spot.
It's thinning everywhere. Gonna have to give up and shave it.
Dude, put down the razor. Because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration expert, is about to give you your real hair back permanently. Don't ignore the signs of hair loss. Bosley's giving away an absolutely free information kit that reveals all the signs and a free gift card to any guy who texts ENJOY to 234-234. Bosley will show you for free how great your hair could look. Using the latest technology, Bosley's solution to hair loss is permanent and protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Plus, since Bosley has new non-surgical options, you owe it to yourself to text now for an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. No matter what level of hair loss you have, text ENJOY to 234-234. That's ENJOY to 234-234.
Hi, Phil Swift here. When you need maximum coverage and sealing power, take it to the max with FlexMax. Your favorite Flex Seal products are now giant size. For maximum coverage and sealing power, take it to the max with FlexMax.
Opening weekend of La Liga. Catch all 10 matches on ESPN Plus. And Barcelona versus Real Sociedad on ABC and ESPN Deportes.
Every Sunday night is one step closer to October. Give us a chase to believe in and stars that rise to the occasion. And it's gone! Santa Maria! Give us the postseason push on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers, Mets, next Sunday at 7 on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell.
Why pay over?
Is now a good time for a flare-up?
Enough, Crohn's.
For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stelara can help you take control of your symptoms.
You getting on that flight?
Back off, you see?
A maid of honor with a flare-up.
Not now, Crohn's.
Stelara works quickly to provide relief and lasting remission from Crohn's and UC symptoms. And Stelara is the only approved medication to reduce inflammation on and below the surface of the intestine in UC.
Stelara may increase your risk of infection, some serious, and cancer. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, new skin growths, have had cancer, or if you need a vaccine. PRAS, a rare potentially fatal brain condition, may be possible. Some serious allergic reactions and lung inflammation can occur.
For Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, lasting remission can start with Stelara. If you've been financially impacted by COVID-19, Janssen may be able to help.
Next up in the class of 2021, first ballot Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson, the only player in NFL history with 1,900 yards in a single season, just 36 yards short of 2,000. And more apparently, you've known about Calvin Johnson well before he reached the NFL.
Oh, listen, the whispers about a legacy guy who might be a future Hall of Famer, I heard more than 20 years ago. This is from 2002, when he was a high school senior going at Sandy Creek High School. That's a 7-on-7 shot. My son's team was playing them in 7-on-7. You knew when you saw him, Megatron was unnatural.
Wow. 8 straight games with 100 yards, number one in so many categories. Here's Boom.
It's not good enough word to describe him. We're talking about Megatron, Calvin Johnson of the Detroit Lions. Destined for greatness as the second overall pick in the 2007 draft out of Georgia Tech, he delivered dominance. He's the all-time leading receiver in Lions history with over 700 catches, well over 11,000 yards, and in just 9 seasons, 1,964 yards came in one season, 2012. That is still the most in NFL history. Pretty good, you know. That season, he had 8 straight 100-yard games, still tied for the record, and 11 all told that season, tying Michael Irvin's mark. The next season, he caught passes in one game for 329 yards against Dallas, second best in the history of the 101 years of the NFL. Through all of it, his work ethic outpaced his numbers. He retired after only 9 years and only after 135 games. Usually not enough to be considered a first ballot Hall of Famer. But, come on, this one was easy. Calvin is only the 7th wide receiver to go in his first year of eligibility. Oh, and there's one other item. He's just 35 years old. Only Gale Sayers and Jim Brown were enshrined at a younger age. Even Barry Sanders was 36. Calvin's presenter tonight is longtime friend Derek Moore.
Megaleo. That's the Greek word for greatness. There was nothing average about Calvin. He was mega, he was big. Calvin Johnson was Megaleo. He makes that walk down that tunnel. He transforms into this superhuman, this super being, this Megatron, this transforming, unbelievable, unstoppable, just dominant entity.
Oh,
baby! He did it again! Megatron with a score!
He put together 9 years of the most spectacular football from the wide receiver position imaginable. He absolutely entertained the world.
Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, 237 pounds, the receiver known as Megatron did everything big. From his 329 yards in a single game, or passing Jerry Rice for most receiving yards in a season.
Megatron into the history books, breaking Jerry Rice's all-time record for receiving yards in a season.
And he makes that catch and turns that thing downfield and then takes the ball and brings it to his dad. And just to see their relationship, which has been amazing over the years, then he just casually goes back to the field and continues the ball game. Calvin gave the NFL a breath of fresh air that his unlimited skills and talents was also someone with tremendous humility.
Hanging up his cleats with the NFL record of 8 straight 100-yard receiving games and leading the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns during his 9-year career, Calvin Johnson becomes only the 3rd player to be enshrined at age 35 years or younger.
He has amazed me from the time that I met him, and I'm just overwhelmed with that. It's hard for me when Calvin comes and see me. I have to push him out the door because I'm going to cry, trying to talk about him, so I get him out the door. He's just that incredible. And so I tell Dr. Johnson and Calvin Sr., that's my son too.
That's who you go to. Calvin Johnson.
I am honored and privileged to present my friend, Calvin Johnson, for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Calvin Johnson for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Derek Moore.
Sit down, man. Sit down. Sit down. I'm trying to keep my emotions in check here, so y'all chill out. Y'all chill out. Good evening, everybody. It's truly an honor to be standing before you this evening, celebrating this incredible moment. I would like to start by thanking the Pro Football Hall of Fame for this incredible recognition. I would also like to congratulate the class of 2020, as well as my fellow class of 2021. It is an incredible honor and privilege to join such an esteemed class as we head into Canton together. There are so many people who have been instrumental to my being here in this special moment that time would not allow me to recognize. From College Park to Tyrone, from Atlanta to Detroit, I want you to know that I know who you are, I know what you've done, and I know how you've impacted me. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. As many of you know, I'm not one for many words. I try to make my words count. So I've decided to share with you some things that matter to me most this evening. And those are moments, people, and legacies. One of the more defining moments for me came early in my career. In my first year in the NFL, I suffered a serious back injury. It was so bad at the moment, I couldn't feel my legs, and I thought my career would be over. But what most don't know is the road to recovery from that back injury that year, and the physical and mental pain that I played through well into my career. But going into that second year, despite dealing with the pain and the back injury, I made up my mind that I was going to be the best the most dominant receiver in the NFL every time I stepped onto the football field. A mindset born from once being told I have a little potential. It was my teammate Roy Williams in 2006 and 7 who gave me the name Megatron when I came to the league, but it was my second year when that Megatron mindset was born. But no matter how much I dominated, as the legends here know, the pain never left. The pain was so severe that I would take whatever I could just to manage the pain to be able to play. The pain began to take a toll on my body and my quality of life. And it wasn't getting any better, and there came a moment when I know my time in this league, those days were numbered. But I was okay with this because I left it all on the field and enjoyed every moment. My journey through the pain began to reshape my view of the world. It gave me more empathy and understanding for those who suffer and deal with pain on a daily basis. It also motivated me to be someone who's focused on making a change on the issue. There are so many people living in our world with pain right now, and I want to speak to you for a moment. I want you to know that I see you, and you matter, and to fight and to do your best to make it through and never give in to the pain. I also want to take a moment to share about a few people who have been instrumental to shaping my journey. Rodney Walker, my high school head coach at Sandy Creek High School. You saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. You spoke confidence into me and solidified my parents' teaching by emphasizing the same principles. Derek Moore, my team chaplain for Georgia Tech and spiritual mentor. It was my spiritual stability that you helped me discover while in college that became key for me in life. Your energy is contagious, and I'm grateful to call you a friend. Thank you. Buddy Geis, my Georgia Tech wide receiver coach, you taught me there are two things you can always control in this life: your attitude and your effort. Doing so changes your outlook and outcomes of situations when you look at things from this perspective. Sean Jefferson, my Detroit wide receiver coach, you always taught me to answer the bell, answer the door immediately when adversity knocks. Your motto was my off-season mantra: stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Buzz Cook, my agent, put your phone down. Thank you for being a stand-up guy. You and all those around you, I appreciate the support you've shown my family over all the years, and I'm grateful to have had you and your team in my family, in my life. Tracy Shulman, Tom Benner, Dr. Raymond Hillenbrand, my body specialist team, thank you for keeping me on the field and taking care of my family. Without you, I wouldn't have made it to Canton. It gives me great joy to call all of you friends. Whew. Pause that clock right quick. Hold on. I ain't crying. Lions fans in the city of Detroit, when we were 0-16, you never stopped showing up. You were disappointed, but you never stopped showing up. Every week you showed up. And this has motivated me to do the same thing for you. You love me and my family unconditionally over these 15 years. I want you to know, Michigan is our home, Detroit is our city, and Lions friends are our pride. To all my teammates and coaches over over all the levels I've played, could you please stand for a second? I'd like to give you some recognition. Please stand. All my teammates and coaches too. Come on, Swartz. Come on, Jim. Come on. There you go, Rodney. For the sake of time, it's hard for me to go back and name every single one of you. Not really hard, but I just want you to know I valued every moment I spent with you on the field, in the locker room, and with our families. These relationships and friendships will last a lifetime. And I want you to know they've helped carry me to this moment right here. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Love you. Britt, Mom, Dad, Shay, Wally, Saray, Ari, David and Cam, Big David, Granddad, and my boys, Caleb, Calvin, and Carter. and all my family that I have here and friends, I love you all dearly. My big sister Shay, Erica LaShae Johnson. Oh, Dawson, my bad, you got me. You were the precedent. You were able to take our parents' best attributes and principles and turn them to a living example of success for all of us to follow. Calvin Sr., come from consistently being on call on the railroad to putting food on the table, the attitude with which you handle any task on or off the track taught me how to handle and maintain my demeanor in all situations. Mom, Arca Johnson, I'm thankful for your vision and drive. Her spirit leads her, her drive pushes her to be the best at everything she touches, and not even a blow, such as pancreatic cancer, was able to dampen her spirit. It was such a sequence of events where I saw her faith in action. What a blessing, an honor, and an inspiration it was to witness and to have you as our mother. To my beautiful wife, Brittany, to my beautiful, lovely wife, you've brought balance to our demanding worlds. You're such a kind spirit, and I admire the way you love on our boys, our handsome little boys, unconditionally. The way you help me in my development of my emotional intelligence, oftentimes by just being a sounding board, has preserved more than you know. You know me, I can be a little rough around the edges, but your grace and smooth touch, it keeps us in balance. Love you, baby. I spent time thinking about my legacy and what I'll leave behind. My legacy in sports has been solidified with no greater honor than standing before you today amongst these gentlemen. But my life's legacy is still being written. My journey through life in sports has led me to a point of pursuing a new legacy. For me, that legacy is improving quality of life for athletes and others. For those who are out there suffering in silence and living in pain. For those who feel like there's no hope for better days. With my partnerships, I'm committed to helping people elevate their wellness. To the NFL, college football, and all major sports, including the Olympics, it's also time we recognize the potential of phytomedicines, plant medicines, to aid in improving the mental health and quality of life for so many. These plants, primitive in nature, provide an alternative to their destructive counterparts, opioids. And I'm honored to be partnered with Harvard University, Dr. Wilfred Grau, Johns Hopkins, and other institutions to help address the global disparities and bring validated solutions to people everywhere. The legacy I've left behind thus far is a direct reflection of the moments my family and friends have poured into me. And by understanding that excellence alone does not come from wishful thinking or God-given ability, but one's availability to channel those wishful thoughts into action to achieve a desired outcome. In closing, I ask that you all join me in leaving your own legacy by helping to improve the quality of life for others in whatever way you can. Because moments, people, and legacy matters. Before I end, I'd like to tell you, I never was one to celebrate. But all things come from above. And every time I scored that touchdown, all I did was point up to the sky. Because that's where all good things come from. And this right here, this is a good thing. Thank you all. God bless.
And this honor, he says, represents the football gods saying, job well done. Next, Steelers Nation break out the terrible towels again here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. 5 Steelers inducted this weekend. Last night it was Bill Cowher, the Chin, Troy Polamalu, Donnie Shell. 2 more in the class of 2021 tonight. Guard Alan Faneca is next.
Spend less bacon, get more of it. With the only $1 bacon cheeseburger around. Only at Burger King. Enjoy flame-grilled beef, melty cheese, and sizzling bacon for $1. Stack your bacon with the $1 Your Way menu, featuring the $1 bacon cheeseburger.
Let's go!
welcome to your 30-minute full body strength. Way to show up, Peloton.
Protect your pet this flea and tick season with Chewy. Find everything from flea collars and sprays to prescriptions that keep pests away. Chewy has what you need to keep tails wagging and pets itch-free all season long. Shop pet prescriptions and more at chewy.com today.
Severe storm damage can cost you thousands in repairs. Hi, Phil Swift here. This storm season, you need the entire Flex Seal family of products. Make fast, easy, on-the-spot repairs. Seal up cracks and holes to prevent wind and water from damaging your home. Now it's easy to make quick automotive repairs. Severe storms can be a nightmare. Now you can patch huge holes to seal up roof leaks. Easily fix busted downspouts and replace loose siding. Floods can destroy your home. Push FlexPace deep into wet surfaces to help prevent flood damage. With the Flex Seal family of products, you can patch, bond, seal, and repair. Even the worst conditions are no match for the Flex Seal family of products. Get the Flex Seal family of products at these fine retailers.
Anyway, that's the control room. A lot of chaos there, but it all looks good when it comes out in the show, actually, thanks to those people. Then over here in the digital center is our highlight screening area. So that's where we get all the games that are played that night, down into 90-second or 2-minute clips or whatever you're going to see on SportsCenter right now. This hallway, it runs between, both rooms. If you want to get from the control room to the screening, then this is the hallway you'd take. Questions or anything? I can answer whatever you want about the place. Nothing?
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/hire and get started today.
There's a place down yonder where 3 streams converge into one. It's where I watched the Mandalorian get himself into a space squabble, watch me some UFC, and those folks from Modern Family, well, they had me cackling like a trout getting tickled. That's the Disney bundle for you. It lets you stream Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for only $13.99 a month. It's the most glorious stream I've ever seen. The Disney bundle. It's streaming at its best.
The daily grind. This has been the hustle and bustle of the morning commute. Are you ready to trade it in for this?
Soon it will be time to get back to the workplace.
Shed those sweatpants and enjoy these daily annoyances once again.
But with new workplace rules, continue getting vaccinated and adhering to safety practices.
The office awaits.
Unite to prevent.
You've been really busy lately, so we think you deserve to do something that's just for you.
Look what just arrived!
It's so beautiful.
Love this bag. This is self-care in a box.
Oh yeah. This is perfect for fall.
Treat yourself to a box today. Go to FabFitFun.com. Use code BESTDAY for $10 off your first box.
The Bill Nunn Memorial Award goes to a reporter who has made a long and distinguished contribution to pro football. This year's winner, Bob Glauber, who has covered the NFL since 1985. More now on 2021 enshrinee Bill Nunn, who spent 46 years in the Steelers organization as a scout and executive, credited with helping to build the dynasty of the 1970s by scouting talented players from HBCUs like Mel Blount, John Stallworth, and Donnie Shell.
And better yet, he was a sports writer with a loud voice who basically ridiculed the Steelers, shamed them into starting to take a look at historically black college players. And when they hired him finally, he said, okay, prove it. hired him. He visited Joe Green. They drafted L.C. Greenwood. They drafted Mel Blount, and so forth and so forth.
Yeah, that 1974 class, 5 Hall of Famers that he was responsible for, and the fact that he just stayed committed to that process of bringing attention to the HBCUs, incredible.
No HBCU players drafted this year. Reach out, give them an opportunity. All right, time now for some power football. Steelers guard Alan Faneca. Here's Boom.
Hey, photo bomb. I want to hold you up, Warren. I'll be in trouble. There are quite a few players that epitomize Pittsburgh Steelers football. One of those is Alan Faneca. The team had a pretty good hunch that would be the case when they drafted him out of LSU with their first-round pick back in 1998. It was apparent by week 6 of his rookie year when he made his first start at left guard, when the Steelers gained over 250 yards rushing that day. From then on, Allen would miss only 2 starts for the rest of his 13-season, 206-game career. Yikes. It was apparent to everybody else as well. He made 9 straight Pro Bowls. Only 5 guards have ever played and more. He blocked for 9,000-yard rushers and was an easy choice for the NFL's all-decade team of the 2000s. 4 times he started in the AFC Championship games, including one with the New York Jets. And then it was Super Bowl 40, third quarter. Perfect block. Sprung Willie Parker for a 75-yard touchdown run against Seattle. Still the longest in Super Bowl history. Pittsburgh was on its way to the Lombardi Trophy. Oh, now this is pretty interesting. Remember I said he played 206 games, right? He was flagged for holding 4 times. Now, first of all, that's nearly impossible. But second of all, Allen says, I think they should go back and check the films. 4 seems too high. To present him, great Steeler teammate, Hines Ward.
In 13 seasons playing for the Steelers, Jets, and Cardinals, Alan Faneca's game matched his understated demeanor.
So when we got drafted, we both came in together in 1998 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I just loved that accent that he had, that Louisiana accent.
Let's go, Red. All day long, man. Let's go.
We call him Big Red, man, and the guy was just, I mean, enormous in size, but yet still down-to-earth guy. He really wasn't over-the-top crazy loud. He just was just an even-keel player.
He rarely drew attention to his 6'5" frame, with just 3 offensive holding penalties accepted in his final 10 seasons. The 6-time first-team All-Pro guard demonstrated his signature excellence on the game's biggest stage, bulldozing momentum toward a victory in Super Bowl 40.
There's one particular play, Willie Parker's touchdown.
He's on his way. Look out. Quick race, 45, 50. Willie Parker, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Willie, touchdown.
I mean, if you go back and look at it, you have Alan Faneca pulling around, getting this guy, and I think that just resembled what the Pittsburgh Steelers are. You know, we're really not flashy players or anything. We just go about our business and do the little things right.
Alan Faneca made a heck of a block. You can see him pull and get that block that sprung Parker.
That's why he may be the best guard in the league.
Alan and I will always be tied to the hip. Super Bowl 40. I love him. I love his family. I love what he means to the city of Pittsburgh and how he represents the Pittsburgh Steelers organization.
Hold on.
I am honored and privileged to present my friend Alan Faneca for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, Presenting Alan Faneca for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Hines Ward.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you, my family, friends, and to the entire Hall of Fame team, my 2021 classmates, and to my friend, teammate, presenter, and one day taking his rightful place up on this stage, Hines Ward. The thunderous knock on my door came Saturday, January 23rd at 11:36 a.m. The fact that I was actually being invited to become a member of this extraordinary football fraternity is hard to put into words. Perhaps the best word is simply gratitude. There are thousands of young boys around the country who dream of playing in the NFL. I was one of them. My dream was awakened in high school at the age of 15, when one day we were pushing the five-man sled up and down the field. When one of my coaches, Don Carter, noticed me working extremely hard and said, "Alan here is going to be playing on Sundays." This was the beginning of his pep talk to the guys to do better, because he saw that I was always working harder to be better. When I heard this, my eyes got big, and I couldn't tell you the rest of what he said. But that's when my dream to play in the NFL began. Thank you, Coach, for that and so much more. '15 was a transformative year for me. My dream of playing in the NFL was awakened, and I was diagnosed with epilepsy. I instinctively knew that I was not going to let anything prevent me from fulfilling this dream. I knew as long as I listened to my doctors and followed their guidance, along with a strong support system, I would be fine. I have always told myself and spoken about the fact that epilepsy is part of me, but it does not define me. We are in charge of our destiny. I never want any health challenges to define us. We must define ourselves. Whatever one's challenge in life, whether we have a disability or not, my message is always to maintain an integral commitment to not let anything stop us from fulfilling our vision. Be resilient. We all get knocked down in life, but it's how we get up that matters. Now, to the Tigers. I've always strived to embody the spirit of LSU. Love purple, live gold. The memories and lessons learned from my time with you are forever ingrained in my character. Go Tigers! To the Jets and Cardinals, where I was privileged to complete my career. To everyone in these organizations, it was an honor. Now, on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want to thank the late Ambassador Rooney and Art Rooney for cultivating a culture where teammates become true brothers, and your benchmarks for success are relentlessly high. We inspire a city. And Steeler Nation, you inspire us. Many people helped me throughout my career. None more impactful than the coaches I learned from, who shared their wisdom both on and off the field. To my off-field wellness team, and to the team doctors and trainers who kept me in one piece, taped me up and stitched me back together, tolerated my yelling, "Hurry up," so I could get back out on the field. The men in the equipment room who took care of every detail, so all I had to do was think about playing. And to the support staff, the unsung heroes. Without your efforts and dedication, so much would be lost. As I stand up here this evening, I do not stand alone. Without my teammates, all of you, I would not be here today. We laughed, we cried, we celebrated. And through it all, we leaned on each other. We genuinely care for each other. And through football, we grow as men. My brothers, I love you guys. You are all standing with me tonight. Now, my other teammates. My pal and father, Alan Sr., and my devoted mother, Leanne. I love you. Without your support and the values that you instilled in me, I would not have found my way up here. Thank you for everything you sacrificed to help this kid make his dreams come true. Thank you. My children, Annabelle, Burton, and Penelope. Words alone cannot effectively express how much love your mother and I have for you. It is such a joy to watch the three of you grow. Your strength, courage, and bright outlook on life provide both of us with a true sense of wonderment for what lies ahead. Our message to you going forward: through kindness, understanding, and integrity, you will overcome anything. Be true to yourself. Know anything is possible. Follow this path, and you will be fulfilled. I may have been able to play as a champion on the field, but my beautiful wife, Julie, you are my champion. And as I push myself and my teammates to achieve, your belief in me fueled my desire to believe in myself. Sweetheart, I'm in awe of your love and unwavering dedication to our family. Without your support, I definitely would not be the man I am. I appreciate everything you did, everything you sacrificed for this. I enjoy every second of our journey together. I love you with all I know. In closing, there are choices, decisions, and sacrifices that each of us as athletes who play this great game must make every day. The choices we make outside of football are even greater, because they aren't simply game choices, they are life choices. The sacrifice and discipline to choose to be the best kinds of fathers, husbands, and respected leaders we can possibly be is greater than any responsibility we ever had to deal with in football. These values are foundational. I know I would not have this amazing life if God had not given me the opportunity to choose football. Thank you very much.
Seasons, so good for so long against huge challenges. And 2 guards in the same weekend says a lot. Next, the final inductee of the night, and we know the black hole travels anywhere. Raider Nation, get ready. Charles Woodson told himself he wouldn't cry when he found out he had been selected, but when the moment came, he couldn't hold it together. The tears flowed. Maybe more coming next.
Behold, the Garlic and Bacon King, a sandwich with sizzly, crispy bacon that we wanted to make even crispier. So boom, crispy garlic. Now that's a crispy burger. Try the Garlic and Bacon King only at Burger King.
When your hands hurt, you can't function. Until now. Introducing the new Copperfit compression gloves with Sure Grip technology to give you more power, more control, and more agility than ever. Copper-infused compression fabric woven into an ultra-lightweight performance glove that supports relief and recovery of sore muscles and painful joint stiffness. And new Sure Grip bands built in provide a strong, non-slip grip.
They relieve my pain. The support or whatever magic these things do, I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter to me what it is. It works.
Relief from painful muscle and joint soreness. Guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-659-7359 or on the web at getcopperfitgloves.com for only $19.99. Order right now and your shipping is free.
While I'm wearing this, I do not have any pain. I can use it on the keyboard, I can use my phone. I love this glove.
Ask for it by name. Copperfit compression gloves.
Men everywhere are now cutting their hair at home. Are you? Introducing MicroTouch Titanium Trim, the all-new at-home hair cutting tool and precision groomer. Now, cutting hair is as easy as combing hair.
If you can comb it, you can cut it. Simple.
The revolutionary design positions the blades on the side like a comb. Snap on a comb to dial in the perfect length and just comb and cut for pro-level results at home. Snap off the comb and edge sideburns and beards. Or clear your neck and shoulders. And look, titanium trim extends a full 40 millimeters for those hard-to-reach areas. Nothing else comes close. Titanium-coated blades, 5 custom attachments, built-in extension handle with a non-slip grip and LED spotlight. Order online now at titaniumtrim.com or call 1-800-682-6508.
If you don't have it, you better get it.
Comb it and cut it with MicroTouch Titanium Trim.
Every Sunday night is one step closer to October. Give us the postseason push on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers, Mets. Next Sunday at 7 on ESPN.
Opening weekend of La Liga. Catch all 10 matches on ESPN Plus. And Barcelona versus Real Sociedad on ABC and ESPN Deportes.
Every Sunday night is one step closer to October. Give us a chase to believe in and stars that rise to the occasion. And it's gone! Santa Maria! Give us the postseason push on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers, Mets. Next Sunday at 7 on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell.
Guys. What's Fubo TV?
It's live TV for half the price of cable. Watch live sports, plus top shows, movies, and news. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Kevin paid off over $12,000 in credit card debt with the help of Consolidated Credit. They cut his interest rates and lowered his payments so he could pay off his debt fast. Call 800-507-7420 for a free consultation.
At touchofmodern.com, we always surprise, excite, inspire, because our expertly curated products are never ordinary, never mundane, and never in a million years what you'd expect to see or imagined you'd ever have. Here's to the thrill of discovering the next exceptional and unexpected product. Check it all out at touchofmodern.com.
The Black College Football Hall of Fame, which has a permanent home here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, will celebrate the legacy of HBCU schools at this year's Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic, a matchup between Grambling and Tennessee State University here at Tom Benson Stadium, wrapping a 3-day celebration in Canton during the first weekend of September. Time for the final induction of the night. And he simply did it all. Charles Woodson is the only player in NFL history with 50 interceptions and 20 sacks. Lewis, what stood out about your teammate?
Well, I'll tell you this, Susie. I'll tell you a quick story. In 1998, his rookie season, we're playing the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium. Early in the game, they had a great offense. John Elway, Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp. I hung Charles out to dry on a play-action fake, and he ran down Rod Smith and made the pass breakup. And I said, Charles, I'm sorry. And he just looked at me and said, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I got him. This guy was ice cold from the day he stepped onto a football field.
Yeah, the wrecking ball. Here's Boom.
We all knew it from the time he won a Heisman Trophy at Michigan. We all knew it. Charles was in charge. I know you hear Michigan here in Ohio. He was Ohio Mr. Football in high school. Relax. Charles Woodson, the 4th overall pick by the Oakland Raiders in 1998. Right away, he was Defensive Rookie of the Year. And soon a run of 9 straight Pro Bowls would follow. Run of 9 in a row. 9. Unbelievable cover skills made him an amazing corner who could hit like a safety. And later in his career, vice versa. His numbers seem like offensive numbers. If I read you defensive numbers, they don't usually jump. Over an amazing 18-year, 254-game career, 65 interceptions, tied for 5th all-time. Twice leading the NFL in picks. His 9 in 2009 for the Green Bay Packers led to his being named Defensive Player of the Year. 183 passes defensed, 4th best all time. Almost 1,300 tackles. Are you kidding? First player in NFL history with 50 interceptions and 20 sacks. Forced 33 fumbles, recovered 18. And he might have added to the total if they didn't have a tuck rule. Sorry, Tom. "13 career defensive touchdowns, tied for all-time best. One of only 2 Hall of Famers, Marcus Allen, the other, to win the Heisman, the AP Rookie of the Year, the Player of the Year, and a Super Bowl. He did that in 2010. During his 7-year run with the Packers, bookended, of course, front and back by the Raiders. First ballot Hall of Famer if there ever was one. And it doesn't get any better than this. Charles is going to be presented tonight by his mom, Georgia Woodson.
He loved the game of football,
and he put all his heart and soul into it. He did everything he could to be a team player.
After winning the Heisman Trophy in 1997, Charles Woodson was drafted by the Raiders the following spring and immediately made an impact as the best defensive rookie in the NFL.
He had a special talent. He was an aggressive player. He knew what he wanted. And if there was a way that he could get the ball, then he was going to do it.
Intercepted by a flying Charles Woodson. Again, he is Superman.
In 2006, Woodson signed with the Packers, where he won the 2009 Defensive Player of the Year award, and the next season achieved the seminal moment of his career.
The president don't want to come watch us to the Super Bowl. Guess what? We'll go see him.
The Lombardi Trophy is going back home to Green Bay.
That was a dream come true. Winning the Super Bowl, it was like putting the icing on the cake. And that's what it meant to him.
His legacy secure, Woodson returned to the Raiders in 2013 and retired with 9 Pro Bowl selections, as well as being the only player in league history with 50 interceptions and 20 sacks.
It's been great. Though this is my last game in the Coliseum, just know that I'll never leave you. Go Raiders.
To be selected is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. A completion to a career that you gave your heart, mind, body, and soul to. I am honored and privileged to present my son, Charles Woodson, for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Charles Woodson for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, his mother, Georgia.
Mama, Mama, you know I love you. Mama, Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. I think I lost a bet. I love my mama, man. Look no further than my mama to find out where I get it from. My passion, how hard I work, that comes from my mother. I watched her every day as a child get up, work her fingers to the bone to make sure that she provided for her family. For myself, my brother, and my sister, single-parent household. They say that you hear people say a woman can't raise a man. I call my mama raised 2 of them. Thank you, Mama. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank my hometown of Fremont, Ohio. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and my village certainly done right by me and my family. So I thank you. So to my mom, my dad, my hometown, without you, I am not here. To my sister Shannon, who cannot be here to join in this occasion. Big moment for our family, dealing with COVID. She's fighting. You know, throughout my career, I can remember getting calls from my sister periodically, whether I was riding down the 880 freeway in Oakland or Lombardi Avenue in Green Bay, and she would just hit me with these 3 words: "Hey, little brother, I love you." And it always seemed to hit me at the right time, you know, to get me through the day or get me through the week. Sister, I just want you to know we're thinking about you. Wish you were here. I love you. Without you, I am not here. To my brother Terry, my brother, my rabbit, who I was chasing as a child. You built me for this game through tough love. I remember we would wrestle as kids, man, and fight. You would hold me down, and you make that fist, man, and put your knuckle out and just hit me in the same place till my skin would raise, and I had to sit there and endure that pain. But when I go back and I think about 2002, going through the playoffs with a broken leg, and I think about the coach telling me, you gotta practice if you're gonna play, and I had to go out there and run around on that leg every day and practice just to prove that I could do it on Sunday. And I did that. We made it to the Super Bowl. The only problem is I ran into Sapp, Brooks, and Lynch, and it didn't turn out so well. But bro, you built me for an 18-year career. I thank you for that tough love. Without you, I am not here. My boy James, my brother from another mother. Ain't nobody in this world, man, that I would want to stand back to back with, toe to toe, and fight with anybody. As a matter of fact, we've done that a couple of times. We got this tattoo years ago, man, that said, "My brother's keeper." And we've been having each other's back ever since. Man, I love you, man, like no other. Without you, I'm not here. To my family, my wife, my kids, April, my front, my back, my side to side. I told you years ago you was the best thing that ever happened to me, and that still rings true today. You lift me up. You keep me humble. You make me honest. You've allowed me and made me the best version of myself, and I love you for that. I thank you and I love you now and forever. Without you, I most definitely am not here. To my boys, Charles and Chase, you guys don't quite understand it right now. You haven't been through anything. You haven't fought for anything as hard and as long as I have, as these men up here. But once you go through life, you go through your own journey, and life throws its obstacles at you. When you turn 35, 40 years old, you'll begin to understand why a grown man to stand up here and cry. For me and your mother, the sun, the moon, and the stars revolve around you two boys. I just want you to do one thing for me. Love your mother the way that I love mine. You see, football is what I did, but those people that I mentioned, that's who I am. I love you guys. Now, I love you back. Now I need you to indulge me for a minute. My teams, Fremont Ross, Little Giants. Anybody that went to Fremont Ross, any player that played with me, please stand up. Stand up. Any Michigan Wolverine out there, player, keep standing, keep standing. Any Michigan Wolverine, stand up. Any Green Bay Packer, past, future, present, or fan, stand up. Any Oakland Raider fan, Las Vegas Raider fan, stand up. Keep standing. Keep standing. Anybody who's a fan of the way I played the game of football, you stand up too. Anybody. My coach, Lloyd Carr, told me a long time ago, there's no one bigger than the team. No one bigger than the team. The things we were able to accomplish. Keep standing, don't sit down, stand up. We did this together. Together, me and you. We were Mr. Ohio together. We were a Heisman Trophy winner together. We were national champions together. We were defensive rookies together. Defensive player of the year together. Super Bowl champions together. So when I say that when I go in, we all go in, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I want to say thank you to all my coaches that ever pushed me to be better, all my teammates who I battled against and went into battle with, all my trainers who pieced me back together to get me back in the game, the medical staff. I thank you. I would not be here without you. You may sit down now. Thank you. You know, I grew up an hour and a half west from here in Fremont, Ohio. It's where I picked up my first pair of cleats to play this great game that we play. And I feel like it's so fitting that here today, I put those cleats down for the last time here in Canton, Ohio, and I walk into the Hall of Fame. I leave you with this. Be unique, innovative, learn discipline. You own undeniable respect. Love everyone, give everything, never doubt, build your legend. Thank you. We're in the Hall of Fame, baby.
It is amazing that he grew up so close to here and 18 years in the NFL and never visited the Hall of Fame until this week, but now takes his place in Canton forever. When we come back, we'll wrap up what has been a once-in-a-lifetime weekend at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Perhaps some of the most distinctive busts we've ever seen. There was a great hair game. A remarkably memorable weekend. We'll be right back.
Every time nacho fries came back, that bold seasoning was drawing something closer. And once they taste that warm nacho cheese sauce, they won't stop till there's nothing left.
Taco Bell's Fry Force, now serving at a Taco Bell near you.
Why is it the golden age of television if it's all in black and white?
question everything. We did. The all-new Hyundai Tucson. Marvel Studios' WandaVision. All episodes now streaming.
Behold, the Garlic and Bacon King. A sandwich with sizzly, crispy bacon that we wanted to make even crispier. So boom, crispy garlic. Now that's a crispy burger. Try the Garlic and Bacon King only at Burger King.
You want that make you love me, and so you only tell me, perhaps.
Scott? Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have a dark garage that needs more light? Or one lonely bulb up in your attic? Or down in the basement that's not so bright? Finding your way is always a fight. Introducing Tri-Burst from Bell & Howell, the new LED triple panel socket light that's crazy bright. It'll transform any area from dim to ultra bright. And that's all because of its 144 high-intensity LED bulbs. Tri-Burst quickly screws into a standard light socket, and the hinged panels can be set at any angle for directional light anywhere you need it. This garage is using a 60-watt light bulb. Now look at the same garage with Tri-Burst. It's a night and day difference. Now your garage will always be brightly lit when you get home. Just switch it on for a bright white light anywhere. Your closet can go from dark to beautiful and bright. Even light up that shed in the dark of night. And it's the best way to get around your attic without a flashlight. The secret is not one, not two, but 3 LED panels with 144 bulbs that angle in any direction to deliver ultra bright light where you need it most. A standard bulb can barely light this basement. It registers just 265 lumens. But watch, simply screw in Tri-Burst for a huge 4,000 lumens of light. Now that is crazy bright. Plus the LED bulbs are super long lasting and they cost less to run than this 60-watt light. It's perfect for garages, basements, patios, attics, and more. Other lights this bright can cost up to $200. But if you want crazy bright light, get Tri-Burst today for just $29.99. Plus, we'll even ship it to you free. But act right now and you can get a second Tri-Burst. Just pay a separate fee. And they come with Bell & Howell's huge 5-year warranty. So don't strain to see at night. Order Tri-Burst now so everything's crazy bright.
To order, call 1-800-344-1772. That's 1-800-344-1772 or go to Triburst.com. So call 1-800-344-1772 or order online at Triburst.com.
There's a place down yonder where 3 streams converge into one. It's where I watched the Mandalorian get himself into a space squabble, watch me some UFC, and those folks from Modern Family, well, they had me cackling like a trout getting tickled. That's the Disney bundle for you. It lets you stream Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for only $13.99 a month. It's the most glorious stream I've ever seen. The Disney bundle. It's streaming at its best.
Every Sunday night is one step closer to October. Give us a chase to believe in and stars that rise to the occasion. And it's gone! Santa Maria! Give us the postseason push on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers, Mets. Next Sunday at 7 on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell.
Aren't you happy that football is back? ESPN's first NFL preseason game has Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs taking on Kyler Murray and the reloaded Cardinals Friday, August 20th at 8 Eastern. And then Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, and the new look Jags square off against the Saints in our second preseason game on Monday, August 23rd, also 8 Eastern. Both available on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the ESPN app. And our coverage of both games begins at 7 Eastern with a special edition of Monday Night Countdown. Can't wait to be back together with the guys. What a weekend! An elite level of excellence celebrated in the most memorable full weekend at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Longtime voice of NFL films, John Facenda, honored tonight as well with the Pete Rozelle Award. Of course, the classes of 2020 and 2021 here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah, that was a fitting send-off, wasn't it? I mean, what a wonderful time. Guys, final thoughts on what we saw.
We talked about Peyton Manning, how historically this was a moment that he would appreciate as much as anybody who's ever been enshrined, and that's not to downplay anybody else. But ever since he's retired, I'm always, and I saw him 3 weeks ago, I always ask him, what's next? What's next? He says, I don't have to decide right now. But when I listened to that speech, because I used to try to put him in a little bit of a box, general manager, whatever. There's a bigger picture here. He was speaking to the football community, not just as an ambassador, but it's got me thinking now, there's something bigger ahead for Peyton Manning in the football community. You may use your imagination, because that's all I'm doing right now.
Sure, I get it. Look, for me, you know, it's interesting when you see these guys up here and you actually were able to see certain ones of them at the very beginning of their career. And Charles is someone who I saw at the very beginning of his career, in the very first rookie minicamp, the very first set of OTAs, training camp in Napa. And instantly, I remember we had Eric Allen was on the football team too then, the longtime Philadelphia Eagle who came to the Raiders. And Eric was just so cerebral. And he used to just say to me when we were out on the field together, that guy over there, he's just so, like, in a raw sense, athletically talented. He's going to be one of the all-time greats. He was just so tough, so strong and fast and resilient. And you just saw all that stuff come out tonight. It's just really cool to see the end of the journey when I was there for the beginning.
It's been an honor to be here and take you all through it and sit next to two of the most knowledgeable men who cover the NFL. Hope you enjoyed a weekend like no other here in Canton, Ohio. Elite levels of excellence honored in the ultimate way. Tears, laughs, gratitude shared. Special guests. 28 new members find immortality in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So long from Canton and off to SportsCenter. John Butchercross and Michael Leaves with much more on the enshrinement ceremony and honoring the life and career of Hall of Fame college coaching legend Bobby Bowden. Your SportsCenter.